The Republican Party needs to get it together. ASAP. The Republicans like to lose. They enjoy losing. They enjoy when they are embattled and in a losing position and complaining. They love it. They do it really well. Less good at winning, especially when Donald Trump is not there to get them over the line. The Republican Party is not strong. Donald Trump is strong. Republicans don't know how to win. They don't know who to run. They don't know what to do when daddy's not there to fly them across the finish line. And that's just been so obvious. Meanwhile, Trump is all over the Middle East while people's groceries bills are still high. They're still dealing with inflation. They're suffering. Like, that's it. OK, we're focus on domestic policy and on making people's lives better.
Holy cow. It was an amazing Blue-nami. I mean, just utterly amazing. It even reached down into the tiny Evrons of upstate New York in the hamlet that I'm at, where we, for the first time in 5 years, put 2 Democrat town councilors on and the first black female sheriff in this county, which is a red county.
Yeah.
She blew the opposition away by 13 points. Yeah. Jackie Salvatore, a state trooper.
Malcolm, Mississippi, everywhere.
This is a wave, and it's real.
Yeah. I mean, you can't just go, it's just the communists in New York City. No, it was everywhere. It was Virginia. It was New Jersey. It was Mississippi. I mean, Democrats literally, Malcolm, won everything they could win last night. I mean, right?
Everything, everywhere. Look, Minnesota State House flipped blue. Georgia, 2 county commissioners in plus 25 Trump districts. Blue. Every county in Virginia went blue. I mean, this thing is beyond a tsunami. And they thought Mikey Sherrill would have a close race in New Jersey, which I was watching because she's a Navy officer.
Sure.
Yes.
She blew that thing away with 71% of voters saying they were there to vote against Trump.
Yeah. Right, and I was saying the good news is they've learned nothing. Trump's like, oh, Trump wasn't on the ballot. I was honored that they said that. Yeah, it's like, oh, you were on the ballot. You were absolutely effing on the ballot, right?
Yes, you were. Yes, you were.
But they're so scared of him. Still, all the Republicans, Malcolm, this morning, they blame everything but Trump. Had nothing to do with Trump. This had everything to do with Trump across every state, red, blue, you name it, right?
Yeah, and you know what I still find amazing? I believe it was in New Jersey where Hispanic voters went down from 47% for Trump down to 32%. And I'm wondering, after everything we've seen being, the horrors happening against the Latino immigrant community in the United States, who are these 32% that think that the Republicans still represent them as Latinos? It's disgraceful.
Your Navy friend, Mikey Sherrill, that's what I was saying. Man, they were off on that. There were people yesterday saying Chitterelli might close the gap. They had, I think, the last real clear politics polling average only had her up 48.9 to 45.6. I mean, she blew it. She blew it out, right?
Yeah, like 11 points or something like that. Just an utter shutout. And it reflected Virginia, which, believe it or not, Virginia is actually more conservative than New Jersey is. It's just New Jersey has a large amount of working class, pro-Trump, Sopranos types that are in that state. But Democrats turned out. They have just had enough. And I think we're beginning to see the first crest of the blue wave.
Well, and Spanberger said Virginia rejected chaos. I think that was true everywhere. Stoking division, we've turned a page. But here's the other thing. Classy, Malcolm, unlike Donald Trump, reached out to supporters of her opponent. That's the way politics used to be, right? She said, I'd like to thank my opponent for a hard-fought race. The lieutenant governor's story, her military service, her years of service here in Virginia deserve our respect and our gratitude. I ask you to join me in wishing her and her family well. I mean, we're so used to Donald Trump that we're just like, she said, I also know those who were supporting my opponent are disappointed today. And to those Virginians who didn't vote for me, I want you to know that my goal and my intent is to serve all Virginians. I mean, we've just never been through a president that just says F you to the people that didn't vote for him. And last night we all said, no, F you. Right?
Well, but in a nice way, because we're nice people. And they have this mythology that they are good. They are to each other. And then they have utter, unbridled, white-hot hatred of anyone who is not them. Abby Spanberger, who I've met before, she's CIA officer, former CIA officer, great candidate, was a great congresswoman. But you know what? More importantly, she's a nice person.
Yeah.
In the middle of her acceptance speech, a woman right behind her passed out. She stopped the whole speech to go over and bring her water and check on her.
Yeah, opposite of Trump.
Said, "Get the bum out of here."
Yeah.
No, this is just crazy. Not, you know what? Goodness is good again.
Yes. By the way, I just realized what a bluegasm you had last night. A Navy chick and a CIA and a spy chick. I mean, you're in your glory. I mean,
and Mamdani, let me tell you something. You know, I'm from the Joe Walsh School of Business, where he said if the Democratic Party's big enough to have Joe Walsh, a previous Tea Partier in the party, it's big enough to have Mamdani.
That's right.
Mamdani's Ugandan, and you have all these people going, "Oh, you're going to carry out 9/11 attacks." From where? Kampala. I mean, his family's been there have been Pakistani or South Asian Ugandans for a century and a half over there. And this guy is talking to the people, loving the free buses, loving the community supermarkets, loving taxing rich people. And I hope 1 million of them move out so I can get a shot at moving into a house there.
There you go. See you, snowflakes. Go melt in Florida with Sean Hannity. No, but you're right.
Enjoy your insurance prices.
But also, you're right. Mamdani was for everybody. So I'm going to fight anti-Semitism, Islamophobia. I'm with the trans community. I'm with the gay community. I'm with everybody. I'm for everybody. You know, I mean, it's we forget that that's what politics is supposed to be, about addition, not subtraction, right?
And, and he's a template for Democrats to follow. Be populist, be fun, be cool.
Yeah.
Get out there and engage the voters on the issues they want to know. New York City, I love New York City. I train down there all the time. But good God, it's expensive. A $100 lunch is not an unusual thing in that city. This guy wants to make it a city for all New Yorkers, and that's why he's going to win. That's why he did win.
Right.
And I think people are going to want to flock and invest in New York City now.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. All these billionaires were panicking and they're shoveling money at this race. And it was just such a victory for the people, I thought. I mean, it was...
Hey, it's John Fugelsang, and somehow my book, Separation of Church and Hate, has been on the New York Times bestseller list for 6 blasphemous weeks. It's for believers and atheists about how to use the Bible when dealing with the right-wing Christian fundamentalists who are trying to wreck Christianity and our democracy. And I'd love for you to join us for our new pay-per-view event recorded live at Union Stage in Washington, D.C. We're doing a book tour with stand-up in a rock club featuring a Q&A with our very special guest, Glenn Kirschner of Justice Matters. Everyone at the live show gets a hardcover copy of the book. There's a VIP meet and greet as well. Tickets at unionstagepresents.com. If you can't make it to D.C., the show will also be streaming and on demand November 15th at meethook.live/John F. That's meethook.live/John F. It's a holiday special for anyone who's ever watched these Christian nationalists on Fox News and thought, Jesus Christ, these people are the opposite of Jesus Christ. Streaming and on demand November 15th at meethook.live/John F.